All right, welcome everybody. It looks like people are just getting on to the Hangout. I see the numbers coming up. This is where we were yesterday. We were saying how smooth things were going, and we started getting on a rant. I don't know if you were with us yesterday from just briefly in the beginning. The numbers started coming up, 40, 50, 60 people, and then they started dropping off. And then we realized that something happened with Google Hangouts, and you weren't able to see us. And we didn't know it, but Google Hangout actually recorded us. But we decided to postpone the entire Hangout until today. And the reason was, if you were hanging, you're wondering why Google was a little bit glitchy yesterday, you might see that we look a little clearer today. We're in HD now. So Google Hangouts is now in HD. So if you're doing traditional webinars and you were saying, hey, but I can't get HD in Hangouts, I didn't know it was coming. But yesterday we had a little bit of a hiccup with Google Hangouts, and today loaded up, and it says if you have the bandwidth available, you can do HD. So you're seeing us in HD. Hopefully it's clearer for you. And I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be training on today. First, if you don't know me, I'm Jerry Rocco. I am the Director of Marketing for 22 Social. So a lot of the words you read, I write or oversee the writing and whatnot. Andrew, he's in the middle here. He's our Creative Director. So a lot more than just the pictures you see. A lot of the interfaces, what Andrew handles. Andrew, can you hear me loud and clear?
Oh, stop it, guys. Stop it. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we're feeling a little better today. Have you checked to see if we're actually streaming smooth here?
Yeah, I see us. We're streaming smooth.
All right. All right.
Great. And I'm going to introduce Mr. Greg Ryder. Greg, can you hear us right there?
I can hear you, but I want to get one of those big audience claps. I want to be a rock star, too.
And Greg Ryder.
Everybody, the famous Greg Ryder from the Angel Network.
That's awesome.
Usually Andrew starts getting into those a little bit later in the Hangout. Unfortunately,
we're bringing the energy today.
Yeah, we got the energy up real fast. So, folks, you're on the line. We're going to be talking about how to find partners, how to find leads, and, of course, how to close sales on Facebook. We have our good friend and business partner, Greg Ryder, on the line. He's a professional at doing this. And, Greg, why don't you talk a little bit about what you're going to teach today in the first 30 minutes?
All right, cool. Now, I first want to start off by saying thank you for everyone showing up. I'm a huge respecter of time, and I remember when I first got into public speaking, the guy that got me on stage, I was in front of 400 people my first time on stage. He said, if you're not giving value every 5 minutes, you'll never speak on my stage again. So not only am I a huge respecter of time, but I want to make sure that you guys get something out of this that's tangible, that you can use, you can take with you to make more money, find more leads, and get some stuff. So what we're going to do in a little bit is we're going to demo live a secret software that we had created for ourselves. And after using it and showing it to other people, people want it, so we've commercialized it and we're making it available to people. We're going to show you the secret software to get leads, to find joint ventures, and to find basically what I'm going to refer to as Facebook's best leads that can generate the best ROI for you. And this is not Facebook advertising, okay? So we're not talking about Facebook advertising. This is completely different. These are strategies and software combined that can really change your life. Now, in addition to that, these strategies and tactics we're going to share, you can do without our software, right? We're going to show the software live. We're going to demo the software live. We've used the software to get people to show up to this event. There are affiliates on here, and we're doing that kind of stuff, but you don't necessarily need to do it. So stay tuned. We're going to do this. Now, at the end of this, we're going to make an offer, right? And we're doing something different that when I first met Jerry and Andrew and Renee, this platform that they have, this app, 22 Social, this app, the idea that we can stream our Hangouts live on Facebook is awesome. It's incredible. But what makes it 10 times more incredible is the fact that my affiliates can stream this on their fan pages. They can promote this event saying, hey, come listen to Greg Ryder, marketing expert, share some advanced marketing strategies on Facebook, and send them back to their fan page. And this event is right now being streamed and syndicated on multiple fan pages, with the idea that then their affiliate link will be underneath this, and we are testing something and doing something for the first time. And I just want to give it up for Renee and Andrew and all of the guys and Jerry. If I call him Jeremy one more time, for some reason I met Jerry, 8 months ago, and I called you Jeremy like 100 times. It's like, I'm going to fix that, man. But with Jerry, these guys have been a great help to me. Now, it's unbelievable what they've done and where we're going with this. So to me, I'm glad that I'm the guinea pig for testing this and what we're doing, because I'm always about innovation. I'm always about doing stuff. And so we're going to share with you some really, really innovative tactics on Facebook, and we're using innovation to drive traffic, to drive voices, and to get stuff done. So stay tuned. In the next however long we go, leads, customers, and I'm going to share with you like one case study where a 26-year-old kid made $150,000 within 7 days of using this software and these strategies. I'm going to share with you how another lady had a tea company and made over $1,000 a day promoting her tea using these strategies and this kind of stuff. So we're going to give you real live case studies, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have you give us some of the keywords and some of the stuff, and we're going to leverage some of the people that are watching this right now, and we're going to help you live online, and we're going to really give you some real stuff that you can use regardless of whether you end up taking us up on our offer at the end of this thing. So we're being straight up front. There's going to be an offer at the end of this, and we're going to offer you something we stream is extremely valuable for you and your business and can make you more money at a faster pace. So that's kind of what we're going to go over today, and I'm super excited about that.
Well, Greg, I want to take a minute to just talk to everybody about, why we decided to do this in the first place. Because in the past, we don't want to be a channel at 22 Social, a channel for people to run their products through, but we feel really comfortable with you and your product itself. We like the fact that people are able to get the leads, they're able to find partners and get customers with this, and it makes it easier for them. The fact that you're going to come out and train them how to do that even without your software. But for us, we really wanted to test the model. We tested the model of event marketing, and that helped our company, just start knocking on the doors of our heavily funded and deep-rooted competitors very, very quickly. Now we're out to look to really break ground in the affiliate market, and so we're really happy that we've met and we've saw your product. We've tested out your product. We've had the chance to get our relationship together, and we feel really comfortable offering this. And the other value for everybody watching this is, if you haven't been watching our wall at 22 Social, we've given you the opportunity to become an affiliate with Greg and also simulcast this presentation on your fan page. So you retain all the likes, you retain all the leads, and you make all the affiliate commissions, because the person who's best to describe the product would be probably the creator, to demo it and to answer questions of it. And just a little bit of something about Greg, guys. It's not just somebody we met, at a bar somewhere. Greg's got 31 years experience in the corporate finance world, capital. He's worked at 21 years old. He was the youngest owner and operator of a full-service investment banking firm. They did over $100 million in financing, dozens of IPOs, mergers, acquisitions, worked with startups. He's the CEO of 5 different companies. One's Angel Network. They help get funding and show startups how to get funding. Children's Entertainment Network, BizPad, which is kind of like a base camp. He's got Be Your Own You LLC and the Writer Group. And Greg, you just started, out of Angel Network, you started doing .com San Diego, right? And that's to help just small business and entrepreneurs dominate their market, just on and off.
Yeah.
Offline, right? So you've been doing this isn't your first pony show. You've been doing this almost 30 years, right?
Yeah, no, the bottom line is that we've been raising money for companies, taking companies public, helping entrepreneurs. I've been referred to as an entrepreneur's best friend. But what we recognize is most entrepreneurs, although they think they need money, they really need marketing, right? They really need a good web presence. They really need good marketing strategies. And if not so for their business, their product, they need it for investors. Because, when you're raising money from investors, you're marketing to investors. So you better have your language down. You better have your packaging down. You better have your branding down. You better have the questions answered that they're going to ask. Otherwise, you don't stand a chance of raising capital. So we coach entrepreneurs. We help entrepreneurs, and so the reason like this software was created was to help entrepreneurs drive traffic, drive leads, drive customers. And the reason we have .com San Diego was because they all need a good web presence. And I get so tired of hearing about these webmasters. They spent $5 grand, 10 grand, 2 grand setting up a website and a website presence that doesn't do what it's designed to do, and that's generate leads and generate sales.
Tell you're passionate about this, Greg. Why don't we? Well, folks, if you know what we do at 22 Social, we make it really easy for you to set up landing pages inside Facebook on your fan page that also are mobile enabled. And because everything's done inside Facebook, the world's largest person registry, when people take action on your pages, you're able to capture their Facebook verified and authenticated information into your contact manager, and that can go into an email autoresponder. It's a tool for you to easily build and put your offers on Facebook and mobile. Now, Greg saw what we were doing, loved it, said, I have a Facebook product. I'd love to sell my product using your product. And then we told him about the ability to not only host live broadcasts like what you're watching right now, but for all of his affiliates to also do the same thing. But the problem for people, Greg, is leads. They don't know where to get leads. Let's say they're starting out, they have nobody on their fan page, they got nothing going on. I guess that's the biggest glaring problem for people, is how do they first, find leads or find their target market?
Well, you want to dive into this. Let's go ahead and dive into this whole presentation and kind of get going on some of these problems, because I want to kind of outline the problems. I want to get going, but real quick, I got to spend a couple minutes. I'm a CEO of a company, and I'm a little bit different than most CEOs in that I do have a team of people, and I have programmers, and I have virtual assistants, and I have team members, right? But whenever I get involved with somebody like you guys and your app, I personally, and Jerry can attest to this, is I personally have downloaded the app, installed the app, play with the app, and used the app, and I'm blown away at how simple this app is. And I just want to I actually want to share my screen real quick, and I want to show you guys a couple things, because their app not only does this streaming, but what it does is it allows anybody, like literally an 8th grader could do this. These are pages that I've created with their app. I have my Angel Investors Network, where I have a webinar where we talk about how to raise money for your company. I have another thing called the Interview with God, and with my page for the Interview with God, here's what it looks like, right? And they can come here and they can watch this beautiful presentation that's been seen by over 100 million people. But what's really cool about it, I'm not going to get into all the details. Look at all the leads that I get of people that are watching this with this little thing they call SRM, and every time somebody makes an action, it records them into my system. But my point is, as a CEO, a guy that's not, I'm pretty technically savvy, but I don't endorse people like they don't endorse people. We're men of high integrity. We don't endorse products we don't use and we don't believe in. So I'm using it, I'm setting it up, I've learned it, now I'm getting my team to learn it, and they'll start setting it up and doing it for me. But I actually have created these pages, and what blows me away is the simplicity of what they've done. Is a guy like me that's not really a webmaster, that's not really a programmer, can actually use their software to create these opt-in pages, these squeeze pages, and this kind of stuff. So hats off to you guys for doing that. Okay, so let me kind of move into my thought process here, and let's start with problem number one. Is you need leads, you need traffic, you want customers, and you know Facebook is the 900-pound gorilla with over 1 billion people, but there's so many tactics and so many strategies and so many ideas and so much noise out there. What do you do? How do you do it? Where do you go? Facebook advertising, and create your own fan page, and there's just a million different things you can do. So that's a problem that we want to solve. So as a guy that helps consult, work with, and help entrepreneurs, it's always about sequence. It's always about getting things in the right sequence and what's your best ROI. As a guy that's raised hundreds of millions of dollars and worked with thousands of companies, whenever there's a new idea on the table, I like to create what I call a little mini business plan. Then I like to have that little mini business plan set out with the goals, the strategies, the tactics. Then I like to get the bean counters, and I don't mean that term disrespectful. I think bean counters are some of the most important people of business. Is they're going to run the numbers, and they're going to tell me my investment of capital to implement this business is going to cost X, and my return on investment is going to be Y. So we're really all about ROI, because we can't do it all. We can't do everything. So you really got to look at what can I do and where's the big ROI. So that's what I want to talk about today. We believe the strategy we're sharing with you today, using these advanced tools, 22 Social, Facebook, and this software that we're going to show you live, that we're going to address that issue. Second issue is, it is a good strategy to build your own fan page, and I don't disregard that, and I don't disavow that you should have your own fan page. But I do believe that the time it takes to build a fan page with any significant amount of numbers is a very long time process, and it should be part of your plan. And I always tell people, small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success. So you should have a fan page, you should start building that fan page, and you should grow it over a long period of time. But for immediate results, for immediate leads, for immediate cash flow, it just isn't going to cut the mustard. So what you have to do is you have to figure out a solution to that issue. Issue number 3 that we're going to talk about is, when you did create a fan page, and you go back a year ago, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago, fan pages really were the holy grail of making money, driving traffic, massive traffic. And the reason why is you could buy leads for cheap. You could buy likes. I didn't mean leads. I meant likes. You could buy likes for cheap. You could use the advertising platform to buy likes. You could still buy likes for fairly inexpensive. But then when you made a post, approximately 70% of your fans who liked your page would see your post, right? Well, can you imagine if you had a fan page of 100,000 people, and boom, it's like saying on email, 70% of your people see your post. Well, that was when people were just making a fortune doing that kind of stuff. But what happened about a year ago, they changed the algorithm, and now only about 20% at best see your post. right? So only 20% of the people see your post. So now I have a fan base of 1 million people, and I make a post, only 20% are going to see that post. So what happened to the other 80%? So that's a big, big problem. So what we have to, and again, I could spend an hour just talking about this one issue, but let me kind of hit on the highlights that I think about from a strategic, tactical standpoint. One, that says to me that if I make a post on a fan page and only 20% are seeing it, that means I can make that same post 5 times at 5 different times during the day, and more than likely the same person's not going to see the same post twice. Wow, I can't do 5 emails to my database in the same day because I'm going to get a lot of unsubscribes. Well, with likes, people aren't really taking the time to go unlike, right? And then Google's got some algorithms where they probably keep you from the same